Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the third annual elevator pitch competition. Yeah, that's right. That's right. It's great to be here. And for those of us who've had an opportunity to see some of the competitors in action, I assure you this will be the best year yet. And I've really been impressed not only with how they're doing with this, but the dedication. As if anyone needs any proof of that, they can look at my calendar for the last week or so, or Eric Ronas. It's great. So we're excited about that. We're excited about the competition. A few things just to mention to the audience. When you came in, I hope you got your tickets for the door prizes. Yes, I'll take that as a yes. And you also got your clickers. Okay? Always staying in the forefront of technology. We have, last year, if you were here, you remember the text messaging to select the People's Choice Awards. This year, we've upgraded to these special clickers, and I will not explain it, but it'll be explained to you how to use them a little later. There are many people to thank for putting this program together. I'm not going to name them all now because that's someone else's job, but there is one person I want to just single out, and that's you, Scott Carpenter, president of the Key Bank, who has stepped up and used his great influence at the bank to get a major sponsorship donation, and we appreciate it very much. Now I only have one other job here, well, I have one other job later, but one other job here at the podium, and that is to introduce my favorite college president, and I mean that. As I've said many times, and we'll say it again because it is so true, a great entrepreneur, and that's Dave Finney. And the other thing I will say about Dave is, again, thank you for all the support you give to this elevator pitch and everything else that goes on around here, but tonight especially this elevator pitch, because it has really turned into a kind of a pretty cool program, if I do say so. And so without further ado, I'm going to get out of here. Here's Dave Finney, our president.
It occurred to me I really do pay you to say that. Good evening, everyone. It's a pleasure to see you here tonight. Third annual elevator pitch competition, as Bob said, as the students call it, the pitch. It's been a lot of fun to watch this program evolve, and for me in particular, because it embodies a lot of the values we have here at the college. None more so than a lot of experiences we try to create that are based on learning through experience. My mother, when I was too young to appreciate it, always used to tell me experience is the best teacher. And now that I am old, I have concluded she is right. I didn't believe it when I was 21 because I didn't have any experience, but it's a different perspective now. So, contestants, you ready? Yeah? All right. We started out with nearly 50 students competing for this, and in an earlier round, a mysterious round that no one knows anything about, it got weeded down to 18 finalists, 6 in each category. For all the students who participated, this forum creates a real opportunity to participate in what we think is a real-world scenario. Anyone who has been around the block a couple of times understands that sooner or later you're going to be called upon to explain what you do in 2 minutes and or 3 minutes. And after you find yourself in that situation a few times, you develop a little pattern that seems to work. These guys already have it. The other thing that this does is it reinforces a culture we try to pay attention to here at Champlain in terms of teamwork and collaboration. A lot of you, raise your hands, have benefited by Eric Ronas' wise counsel. Yeah, everybody. That's why they're finalists. And by Bob Block's good counsel. Okay, just double checking that calendar story, Bob. A lot of people participated in making tonight happen. The BYO Biz program with Bob, the Office of Career Services, the Oral Communication Lab, the Center for Service and Civic Engagement, and the Alumni Relations Office, as well as all the folks listed in your program. Now, for me, it's a pleasure, privilege to introduce you to one of our own graduates, our alumnus, Champlain College, class of '86, and tonight's MC, Tim Kavanaugh. Tim, come on up.
Well, good evening, everyone. How's everyone feeling tonight? Yeah? I know the students are all excited to get going, isn't that correct? Right? Yeah? It's exciting for me. This is my third year back doing this. As President Finney said, I'm a 1986 graduate of this college. Students, were you even born in 1986? Oh my God. It's all right. That explains the gray hairs on the goatee. Anyways, when I went to college here, we didn't have programs like this or events like this. And I think it's just one of the things, we joked about the clickers and being on the cutting edge of technology, but events like this has really steered Champlain to being one of the great schools that it really has become. And having an opportunity to, for you students to be able to do something like this in front of some of the business leaders of our community, I think is just a wonderful thing, not only for you, but it says a lot about the community judges, who we'll get to in just a minute, and what they think about a place like Champlain College. So it is indeed a privilege for me to be here. My wife went to Champlain College. My oldest son, Matthew, is a sophomore here at Champlain College. And our second son, Alex, who is a senior in high school, has just applied to Champlain College. So I don't know if there's any folks on the application committee, but Alexander Nicholas Kavanaugh, that would be helpful. So, and Champlain's just been a very special place for me, and it's fun to give back here. It was on this very stage where I got to do my show Late Night Saturday for 3 seasons that aired on CBS. So thank you. So it's fun to be back here and give back to the college. So let's meet some of the judges. You want to? Yeah, I know the students want to meet the judges. We're going to go right down the row, and I might ask a question or two, and we might pick on Scott again this year because that's what we do. But we're going to start off with Debbie Berg, who is a trustee and owner of Debbie Berg Consulting and Coaching, and it's ironic that you work for a company that has your same name. Did you know that was going to happen? That's neat. Tell us about the company.
I work with nonprofits and helping them to get clear about where they want to go and increasing their skills to be able to get there. And then in the coaching, I do the same thing with individuals.
So you'll be a great judge when you're seeing these students come up and for 90 seconds get that chance to pitch one of the suits a little bit later on. Thank you for being here, Debbie. Scott Carpenter, already recognized, Key Bank. He's the man with the bank tonight. He's what you're going to be winning, is some of the cash, the past prizes. So Scott, thank you very much for being here. What's new at the bank?
Well, you got a little while, Tim. We still got plenty of money to give away.
There you go, good.
And contrary to your prejudice about bankers, we're cool and trendy too, as you saw some of that. But we're looking forward to being here. I think this is just a fantastic event. I'm always impressed. Boy, I never could do this back then, and it took me many years to figure it out. So I appreciate being here, and it's just a lot of fun. So my heart goes out to these students for standing up there and doing that. I'm looking forward to it.
And it is tough when you think about doing something like that, because when I went to college here, I would never think about doing something like this. But I think of one of the contestants, Caitlin Piscucci, who's graduating this year. Caitlin, you don't know this, but I went to... What's that? Were you nervous? You just won! No. But you and I had the same major, so it's great for you to be able to pitch your idea about a restaurant and a great new trendy restaurant in a situation like this. Yeah. I'm not giving anything away here, am I? All right. Jeff Crow, chairman of the board, Landstar Systems, Inc. Tell us about Landstar.
First of all, it's wonderful to be here, and I agree with Scott. I don't know that I would have been doing this in school. Very quickly, Landstar is has 12,000 entrepreneurs attached to it. It's a North American transportation logistics company. Started in 1980, went public in 1993. Revenues last year, 2.8 billion. And a lot of wonderful, wonderful people. Great businesses are driven by first great people and then a good business plan. Get the people skills first.
There you go. Thank you. Great, great words. Thank you.
Good elevator pitch, huh?
That's a good elevator pitch. Jeff, you still have 60 seconds. Anything else you want to add?
Times, finish. It's a good thing.
Up next, we have Mary Evslin with Champlain College's BYO Biz, Executive Advisory Board and entrepreneur and co-founder of ITXC. Tell us what that is.
It doesn't exist anymore. But ITXC
Kind of like my show.
is the seed for a lot of things. We were the largest international wholesale telephone company sending telephone calls over the internet, which most people now know as Vonage or Skype or something, but we were selling to all the major phone companies in the world, both the cellular companies and the landline companies, and what most people don't know is usually the middle of that call goes over the internet, even though it's an old-fashioned phone on either end. So I applaud you guys for your entrepreneurial spirits and the college for training kids to think creatively and be willing to take a risk.
Great. Thank you, Mary. Our next judge, Christine Stiller, is a Champlain College parent, 2012. Is your student here tonight?
I don't think he is.
No? Did you tell him that Mom was going to be on campus?
Well, he thought briefly, actually, of doing this, of participating in it, and he felt he didn't have the time. It was going to be too much work for him. So I'm very impressed with everybody that has put in the work, because I can imagine how much time they've spent on this, and you've taken the time now while you're still in school to do this.
Great, thank you so much. And finally, our last judge, all the way down, Lisa Trubiano. Did I say it correctly? Lisa Trubiano, Head of Consultant Relations of Dwight Asset Management. Can you tell us a little bit about what you do?
Sure. I work for Dwight Asset Management Company. We're actually a $70 billion fixed income manager. We manage institutional assets for pension plans, and I'm responsible for the sales and marketing. So I am constantly giving elevator pitches, and I'm constantly presenting to try to win business for our firm.
Okay, thank you. Judges, thank you all for being here. Let's give them a round of applause. We had a couple of other judges who were scheduled to be with us, but regretfully could not be here. Dr. Terry Allen, who's a trustee and entrepreneur and founder of Terry's Tips. He could not be with us this evening. He's been with us for the past 2 years. As well as Karen Cross, co-founder of Fresh Tracks Capital, is not with us this evening. So judges, a little bit of extra pressure knowing there's less of you. Is that all right? You can do this? Scott's already going into the whole technology. He says instead of writing down, he's a big believer in not wasting all this paper. He's going to text his scores over to the judges, to the accounting firm. Is that correct?
That's right. You ready? We're all as good as you.
You got them recorded already.
Well, Eric Ronis was mentioned a couple minutes ago, but I'd really like to recognize him. He is sitting up in the audience. Eric, could you stand up for us, please? Eric is the Assistant Dean in the Division of Communication and Creative Marketing and Director of the Oral Communication. What's that?
Creative media, Tim.
Creative media. And look at that, it's right there on my card. Imagine that. Creative media and Director of the Oral Communication Lab. He is actually taking notes on the finalists tonight, but you work for weeks with the students. Anything that you want to say as a last minute words to your students?
Enjoy yourselves. Just really, enjoy yourselves.
And Eric said that this is a stellar group of students. You did it last year. Did you do it the first year as well? Yeah. So all 3 years, Eric has been with us doing this, and he's really excited about tonight. And thank you, Eric, for the time you've put into this and for being here in the audience. All right, over to the scorekeepers. They're over there. They are known as D squared. They got a little bit upset when we called them double D earlier. It is David Mona, the Assistant Professor of Accounting, and David Binch, the Director of the Vermont Information Technology Center. There they are with the visors and... We've got lots of lights. We have a couple more people to thank, then we're going to jump right into it. Ben Chartrand, who is sitting up in the back of the house, he's in charge of all the lights here this evening. So Ben, thank you so much for being here. Our timekeeper, but she is so much more than that, and that is Pat Bawera here at Champlain College. Who really takes a lot of the videographers this evening and working the sound is Tyler Dion and Zach Matties. Guys, thanks for being here and wiring everything up. Our suits, who we're going to introduce in a few minutes and get to know them, Monier Greenbaum, Carl Dodson, and Bob Block. So we'll give them a formal introduction in a couple of minutes, but you can clap for them. All right, so what is a pitch? What's a pitch? Anyone want to take a stab at what we're doing here tonight? Not one of those. Nice little slide ball. And anyone from not the students that want to take a stab at what we're doing here this evening? There's door prizes. Did I mention the door prizes? No? All right. Well, let me tell you what's going on. It's a spontaneous, Dave Finney kind of went into it a little bit. It's a spontaneous, ladies, come on in. Never too late, come on in. Do you have your hall pass? It's a spontaneous, short, compelling presentation of business idea or of one's qualifications or just about anything. The phrase elevator pitch itself derives from the fact that if you get a chance to get into an elevator with someone that you recognize that you want to pitch to, you might only have a very short amount of time to be able to tell your entire story or give that entire pitch. And that's exactly what these students are going to be doing here tonight, and they're going to have 90 seconds to do it. So here's how it works. We have the finalists competing in the 3 categories: nonprofit and social advocates, job and internship seekers, and the entrepreneurs. When called, each competitor will come up to the stage, be introduced, and then we'll go into the designated elevator area. Ben, can we show them the designated elevator area, please? There it is. Looks like a cargo elevator, but it'll do. When they get inside the elevator, they will find a suit, which we will introduce in a minute, to whom they will deliver their pitch in an effort to secure a follow-up meeting. The judges will be evaluating each one of the pitch on both content and delivery. They can award a maximum, Scott, you ready for this? A maximum of 60 points for content and 40 points for delivery. That's how much, Scott?
That'd be 100.
That's 100 points. Times 700 is how much, accounting firm? All right, I think we know what's going on. When they do get in the elevator and when they're ready to go, Pat is going to start the timer, which is over there. It has 90 seconds on it. When it gets down to 20 seconds, you will hear this. That means, students, you're going to want to start wrapping up your pitch. And do we do anything at the 0?
It'll flash.
It'll flash, and the floor drops out from the elevator. So you'll know you're done. All right, tonight, we talked about this earlier too. As an added feature, we have added in the clicker. Everyone has the clicker in their hand? All right, so here's how this is. You can cast a vote for your favorite contestant in each category by using the clicker you received as you entered. This will not factor into the official scoring. However, your scores will be tabulated, and the high score from each category, we have a special prize for that student. Now, you will notice to be able to do that, there is a number next to each one of the students, numerically ordered or numbered, and that is the number that you will be punching into the clicker. Is that correct, Pat? This is all new for us, all new, but very exciting. All right, I mentioned door prizes. Do hold on to those, the tickets that you got when you came in, because we'll be handing out some door prizes when the judges or when the accounting firm is tabulating up those final scores. And I think we've gotten through all the housekeeping. I think we're ready to begin. Anything I've missed? All right, here we go then. Our first group up is the nonprofit and the social advocates. Each of the social advocates will meet and pitch their idea to the following suit. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Charles M. Burns. That's right. Mr. Burns is a well-known philanthropist and the owner of a nuclear power plant. Not Vermont, Yankee. Last month, you may have attended a fundraiser in Burlington, which Mr. Burns helped organize. All right. I think it's great, and Bob, you've done such a great job. I don't know if this is on, but I'm going to come over anyways. You've done such a great job with the students and with this program. It was exciting to learn about it 3 years ago when you wrangled me into it. But what I think is really exciting out of the students this year, not only hearing about what a great group of students there is, there's 4 freshmen. Freshmen, raise your hands. Congratulations. Congratulations. I think that's great. All right, so what do you say? You're all ready to do this? Ready. You got business cards in case they ask you? Oh, yeah. Yeah? Ready to go? Pocket full of them? Closed. All right. All right, well, let's bring up our first contestant. Her name is Marissa Bondafolio.
I talk about your show on my tour.
You do?
Yeah.
Oh, well, thank you very much.
Yeah.
I appreciate that very much. How's your experience with Champlain? Yeah?
I'm actually going to talk about one of my experiences when I was abroad.
Oh, in the elevator you're going to do that?
Yeah.
Well, let me give a little intro. This is what I was given. You are graduating in public relations this year. You're ready to graduate and jump out there?
Mm-hmm.
And you hail from Southbury, Connecticut. You're looking to get back home, or you're going to stay here?
Probably going to be somewhere else other than Vermont.
Okay,
So,
all right. But you'll come back to visit.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
All right. Marissa will be advocating for a study abroad scholarship foundation which rewards students who take advantage of networking opportunities while they are abroad. Many students are concerned about the financial burden of studying abroad, causing them to miss out on the many opportunities available to them and their experiences. Correct? Are you ready to do this? You're first up. Yeah? I love the confidence. All right. The elevator awaits you. Here's Marissa.
Oh, hi, Mr. Burns.
Yes.
Hi, how are you? My name is Marissa Benfolio. I attended one of your professional development workshops a few weeks ago, and ever since then, I was so impressed and enjoyed the helpful advice that I've been following your blog, and I recently read a post that read that you've been disappointed with students who are not taking advantage and advocating for social issues.
Yeah, I think that's true.
Yeah, so this prompted me to want to talk to you about something that I've been working on. I had such a positive experience when I studied abroad at Champlain College's satellite campus in Dublin, Ireland last spring. Yeah, I really enjoyed myself and had a great opportunity to network and build my international network. So I was thinking about creating a study abroad scholarship foundation which will reward students who take advantage and expand their international network. So I was wondering if we could talk more about this some other time. And I also was thinking that studying abroad is such a cultural rite of passage. I'm sure you've done it yourself.
A long time ago.
Yeah, so I'd love to hear more about your experiences. And
No, you probably wouldn't.
as a student who's studying, or actually graduating in May, I consider the world to be my job market now instead of just limiting myself to the U.S.
Very wise.
So if I could get your card, I would definitely love to talk to your secretary, and would be happy to set up a meeting.
There you go.
Here's my card. If you'd like to look at the website more, if you have any questions, you can feel free
What was
to
the
email.
that URL?
Oh, it's
Oh,
Study Abroad,
here.
right there. Yeah.
Okay, great.
Thank you so much. I look forward to
Nice
reading your next blog
talking to
post.
you. Yeah? Came right out of the starting gate and boom, off you went. I think you did a great job. You did great. Give Marissa a hand.
Judges, you doing all right? We're just going to check in. Scott, you're a veteran at this. You can help all the other folks out, right?
It's early yet.
Okay. All right, let's bring up our next contestant. She is Amanda Bryant. Her major is elementary education. She'll be graduating in 2011, and she's from Lee, New Hampshire. Come on, guys. How are you? Nice to meet you. Good. Where's Lee, New Hampshire?
Where UNH is?
I do know where UNH is.
Right.
Okay, great. So you kind of grew up in a college town, but you wanted to come here.
I did.
Yeah? Did you always have your eye on Champlain, or
No, it's
no?
small schools.
It is a great small school. Burlington's a fun town. Well, let's talk a little bit about Amanda. She'll be pitching the implementation of a mentoring program at Lawrence and Barnes Elementary School, right here in Burlington. Students at Lawrence and Barnes need adult volunteers from the community to interact with them during the lunch and recess times of their school day. You ready to give it a whirl? All right, into the elevator you go.
Hi, Mr. Burns.
Yes.
My name is Amanda Bryant, and I went to one of your fundraisers last week. And I thought it was really great how you organized it and got a lot of people involved. I've read a number of your articles, which I really agree on getting the community involved in social issues, which I think is really important. And I'm currently volunteering at Lawrence and Barnes, right here in Burlington, during lunch and recess, to interact with children in a more positive way. So during lunch, we read them books to think and ask questions. And during recess, we organize games like kickboxing, shake ball, which is a good organization to get them working together more positively. Because recess can be kind of chaotic and bullying happens during that time because it's a teacher's lunch break. So they don't have that much interacting time, which I think it's important for it to carry on through the lunch and recess periods.
I remember recess, yes.
Yeah, it can be very chaotic.
Real needs, yes.
So my goal is to get a lot more volunteers to come down so we can have multiple games of kickball and other games and more children being read to engage with them. So I'd love to sit down and talk with you further about this.
Yeah.
Change business.
Interesting, yeah, sure. Interesting. You said you're up at Champlain?
Yes.
Oh, that's great.
Yep.
Yeah, there you go.
And so do you prefer email or phone?
Email's probably
All
easier.
right, so I will email you and you can send over the picture. I
Great.
look forward to meeting you.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Felt comfortable about it? Came across great. It really did. Good job. Thank you so much. Let me ask the audience a question. Go ahead. That's right. Can you folks hear okay? Not hearing very well? If I could, I know that this mic, we've got a live mic right on the floor here, so it might be best if we just stand a little bit closer. Ben, are you going to be okay with lights that way? Okay, so if we can just come a little bit close to that. And Bob, you seriously remember recess?
Oh, very well.
All right, coming up next is David Gormley from Freeport, Maine, home of the Ellis Shopping Center. I'm thinking good. How are you? But Freeport, that's LLB. Then, right?
That's right, and all the outlets and stuff.
All right, good. You're an international business major, and you're going to be graduating in 2013, which makes you one of our freshmen this evening. All right. David will be doing a pitch for Littlefield Homes. He's going to explain what that is and what Littlefield does. But the goal of your pitch, you're going right for the money, people. You want to tap into his resources right now. All right. David, you set to do this?
Oh, yeah.
Jump on in there. Here he goes. What's his name?
Mr. Burns, right?
Yes.
Dave Gormley, pleasure to meet you.
Nice to meet you, David.
I caught your PBS special last week promoting youth development in Africa, and I have to say, it really made an impact on me.
Well, thank you.
Now, I myself work for an NPO by the name of Littlefield Home. It's an orphanage based out of Chigamba Village, Malawi, which houses, feeds, clothes, and educates about 90 orphans from the community.
Good for you.
Now, our organization is also set up within the community a market, a school, medical clinic, and a sustainable farm so that we can provide an adequate diet for these kids.
Wow.
Though we've made a great deal of difference in this community, Malawi has 1 million orphans and 45% of the population is under the age of 5. So what we're doing to fight these high numbers is expanding. Our primary goal is to establish a sister orphanage in another region in the country. And what we're doing is meeting with philanthropists such as yourself and to access a community of resources and other philanthropists. And it would actually be quite beneficial to us if we could sit down and meet sometime and maybe get some of your ideas.
Absolutely. I care very deeply about Africa.
It's great to hear. Well, would it be okay to call you sometime next week and maybe set up a meeting?
Absolutely. I'd love to hear more.
All right, well, why don't we exchange information? Here's my business card.
Okay, here's mine.
All right, well, this is my stuff, but it was a pleasure to meet you,
Nice to meet you.
and
David.
I'll be in touch.
Okay, great.
All right, thank you.
As well as you thought it was going to go?
Yeah, maybe, yeah, it worked pretty well.
Yeah, I think you did a great job. Yeah, especially for a freshman.
Thank you.
Yeah, good for you, man. Nice to meet you. Thanks for your time. All right, good job, David. Did you hear that better? Yeah. Yeah? Okay, great. Okay, coming up next is Jenna Londinsky. She's secondary education major, graduating in 2011 from West Milford, New Jersey. Come on down. How are you? Nice to meet you. You ready to do this? Yes. All right, let's talk a little bit about what you're going to be doing. You're representing an organization called V-Day, which raises awareness of violence towards women and girls. And you've got an event that is actually coming up in February. Are you going to be talking about that in the pitch a little bit? All right, so we don't want to give away anything, but you're the organizer of the event. And you're looking for some sponsors to kind of get this thing off the ground, right?
Yeah.
If Mr. Burns doesn't work out for you, you might want to go to Key Bank.
Mr. Easy. Mr. Easy.
Jenny, you ready to do this? All right, in you go.
Oh, Mr. Burns?
Yes.
Hi, my name is Jenna Londinsky. I'm a student at Champlain College.
Hi, nice to
Nice to
meet
meet you. I caught your lecture a few weeks ago about the rise of domestic violence in our society. And you know, it really got to me. It really even got me motivated and hoping that I can raise more awareness too. And in fact, at the end of the month, I'm hosting an event called A Memory, a Monologue, a Rant, and a Prayer. Are you familiar with the vagina monologues?
Oh, yes, yes.
Yeah, well, it's run by the same organization called V-Day, and they raise a lot of awareness about violence towards women and girls. A Memory, a Monologue, a Rant, and a Prayer is actually a collection of short stories, poems, one-act plays, some written by women, some even written by men. Some are humorous, some are a little more serious, but they're all really powerful, and I think that this has the capability to unite both the students and the communities. It's open for both of them.
Great idea.
Yeah,
Great idea.
thank you. And I'm really hoping that we can band together and realize that violence towards anyone is not okay. It's a fundamental human right, you know, to be able to live without fear of persecution and oppression. And I really think that, I'm really glad I actually ran into you because I'm hoping that with your help we can even extend this outreach further and get more people involved.
You got me interested.
Great. Well, here, let me give you my card and I can take yours. Maybe I can give you a call sometime and we set up a meeting to discuss this further.
Yeah, there you go.
Great, thank you so much.
Nice to meet
It's
you.
actually my floor, but it was a pleasure talking to you.
Yeah,
I hope
pleasure.
you have a great
Yeah,
day.
good luck.
Thank
That's
you.
great.
Thank you.
A lot of information in that amount of time. Did you get everything out that you wanted to? Very good. Nicely done. Jenna, everybody. Christine, I'm going to pick on you for a second as a mom. And the students that you've seen so far, what do you think as a judge?
Oh, I think they're terrific.
Yeah.
That's why I think everybody said it here. You'd never catch me doing that when I was there.
You wouldn't come on this side?
I wouldn't do it now. No, so I really admire what they're trying to do here. They're doing a great job.
In front of such an esteemed group of judges as yourself, too. I mean, it's got to be tough just to be coming in. Well, then you got to deal with Mr. Burns, too. But that's a different subject altogether. You're doing great.
I think he's doing a great job.
All right, let's say hello to Matthew Naples. He's a game designer major and he'll be graduating in 2012. He's from Manchester Center, Vermont. So we got people that are representing the outlet communities, the outlet store communities.
Yeah, right. That's big business in Manchester.
It is a big business down there. Yeah, but you want to do something a little bit different down in Manchester. You want to try and bring in free healthcare services and clinics down in your community.
Yep, I think it's something needed. I think we'll go for it. Why not?
Yeah, you think Mr. Burns can help you out?
Oh, I hope so.
Yeah?
He's the only one I can pitch to, right?
Well, you ready to give it a shot?
I'm ready. Yeah.
All right, Matt. There you go.
Excuse me. Oh, Mr. Burns.
Yes.
Pleasure to meet you. I'm a student at Champlain College, Matt Naples.
Oh, Matt, hi. Nice to meet you.
I read your book, actually, and I was really interested with the work you've been doing with free health clinics.
Yes, yeah. Important part of my life.
Yeah, it's a huge part of everyone's life now. And you know, especially with the way things have been going in the Capitol, I figure universal healthcare might be out the window, but I've really got a great idea for you. I wanted to start free health clinics in my hometown of Manchester. Because of the work you've been doing, I figured, you know, why not do it everywhere? So we're gonna start free health clinics in Manchester. And I really think it'd be something you'd like to get involved in.
Well, maybe. I mean, it's an area of interest for me.
Yeah,
I don't know
definitely.
much about Manchester, but it sounds interesting.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty small, only about 3,000 people live there, but I figure we can do universal health care for everyone, not just the uninsured. I think it's something everybody needs, and your work has really inspired me to think that it's possible. So if I could get your card, I'd love to have you come in and talk to the group.
Absolutely. There you go.
And here's my card.
Okay.
Yeah, if you could come in and talk about your experience and maybe give us some funding contacts. I know that's the most difficult part with this
Well,
stuff.
let's see
so.
what you have now.
Sounds good. I'll send you an email with the details and then give you a call next week to arrange a meeting.
Okay, great.
Sounds
Great.
good.
Thank
Thank you very much.
I like your follow-up, telling exactly what it was you wanted to do, where you wanted for, and then following up saying, and a lot of the students have done that already, just saying, all right, here's what I'm going to do, here's what I want, and here's how I'm going to follow up with it. Went well?
Yeah, I think so.
I think it went great. Thanks, Matt. You got one more? One more. Yeah, one more. Can you handle it?
I'm going to try.
Do you need to be someplace? You're all set? All right, okay. I'm just checking. All right, our final contestant in this category, and then we're going to be turning it over to you in the audience to get those clickers ready and click in your favorite. But our last one is Justine Regal. She's a public relations major. Nice to meet you. Are you excited to be graduating this year?
Yes, I am.
You're ready for it?
I'm ready. I'm ready to be on the road.
Yeah. Do you have anything lined up at this point, or?
Not lined up. I'm looking to actually work for a nonprofit hopefully after graduation, so we'll see where that takes me.
Good. And you're from Reading, Pennsylvania?
Reading.
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 Is that also? Oh, there was groans. It reads as reading.
I know it does, but it's ready.
It's Reading. I believe you.
Yeah.
Judging from the groans, obviously I'm wrong. Do they? That's the Reading, Pennsylvania from Monopoly, right?
Yes, the railroad. Yep.
Nice. All right. All right. So you're going to be pitching an idea for Sustain Champlain, where you hope to create a documentary that showcases Champlain students practicing sustainability.
Yes.
All right. I think Mr. Burns is waiting for you in the elevator.
All right.
Good luck to you.
Thank you. Excuse me, Mr. Burns?
Yes.
Hi, Justine Regal. I'm a student at Champlain College.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. I was at your workshop last week, and I was really interested in what you had to say about sustainability. I'm very active in sustainability on our campus, and you mentioned kind of having trouble reaching the students, the demographic that I'm in right now. I'd love to
Big
talk
problem.
to you. Yeah, it is a big problem. I'd like to talk to you about an idea that I have to really reach out to that demographic. The group that I work for is Sustain Champlain, and we're made up of students, faculty, and staff who are really concerned with the environmental impact we have at the college and really focus on getting students involved in and out of the classroom. The idea that I have would be to create a documentary following about 10 to 15 students who already live sustainably in their day-to-day lives. First off, this is a great way to kind of show the students who are already living sustainably on and off campus. Secondly, it's a great way to dispel any misconceptions that people have about sustainability being hard. And finally, it's a way to call the students to action. We can visually show them the ways that they can live sustainably and what resources they have either in a dorm or in their off-campus apartment. I have a working script, and I'd really like to sit down with you later so we can kind of go over it and take this idea to the next level.
I'd like to look at it. It sounds interesting.
Yeah, could I get your business card?
Yeah. And Champlain has that digital film program too, so they can have the talent out there to get it done. That's
Great match, thank you.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, thank you.
Is email the best way to contact you?
Yeah, just right on there.
All right.
That's great.
Thank you for taking the time to talk to me. I look forward to continuing
Nice to
this
run
conversation.
into you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
What's that? You thought it was good? How did you feel about
I
it?
thought it was good. I tripped up a little bit, but I think overall it was good.
Yeah, you smoothed right out. I thought it was great. What did you folks think? Thank you very much. Good job. Well, wait a minute. Where are you going? You're taking off
I'll
this?
slip away.
Are you?
Yeah, when you were tied up.
Yeah. How did it go for you?
It was good.
Yeah?
It was good. I had to really pay attention. They're all different.
That's the idea. Yeah. You caught a lot of great things from the students.
I
Yeah.
thought they were great.
Yeah, you got a good group of students. I'm looking forward to the next category, so you can sit down and enjoy those. Bob Block, everybody, let's give him a round of applause. All right, we know that the accounting firm's going to be tabulating scores right now, but get out those clickers that we've been talking all about. If you look in your program, you'll see a number next to each contestant's name. Cast your vote for your favorite in the nonprofit social advocate category by clicking that appropriate number now. We have just a couple of minutes where this is actually up and running. Pat is actually whirling up the program right now so she can collect all the clicks from you folks. And again, the scores from this don't have anything pertaining to what the judges are doing, but we do have special prizes for the audience favorites in each of the categories. Accountants, how are you feeling over there? You're busy, 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 so we won't bother you, but I will come to Jeff here. Jeff, how did the first round go for you as a judge?
I was very impressed with each one of them. I thought they particularly had good delivery skills. I thought they looked right in the eye, and that was an impressive group with a lot of good ideas.
Good. Good. Scott?
That's great. It's fantastic. You know, just keep being confident up there. Use words like don't like you think, or don't hesitate. Just be really focused and take a breath while you're up there too, and pause a little bit. So,
there you go.
But I think that they're very impressed with how it's coming out, and you know, the asks are there, and they're making good eye contact and getting the attention.
There's a great confidence level in the students that I find, which just represents the teaching staff here at Champlain College. But there is definitely that air of confidence when they come up here in front of a room full of strangers and in front of you folks. So like you said earlier, Christine, you would have a hard time getting up here doing something like this even now. Of the judges, could any of you come up here and do this? Probably could, right? Judging on some of the businesses that you folks are in. Yeah. All right. How's the clicking going?
We're still voting.
Keep-
We have another few seconds and they're going to close the polls.
Another few seconds. All right. We do have the door prizes that we're going to be awarding out. We're going to be doing that a little bit later on. Our second group, are you guys all ready? Ready to go? Raise your hand if you're in the second group.
Actually, Tim?
Yes, Eric.
Two people have to take a quick bathroom break who are contestants, and I told them I would hold you off.
Okay. Well, let me tell you about myself. All right, we will definitely hold on for a couple of minutes. But I think what we'll do is we'll actually get a little bit more feedback from our judging panel, and we'll go to Debbie right now. Was there a highlight or something that came out from one of the students as far as the way that they presented themselves, or something that they said that stands out in your mind?
I thought that the way that they all had thought about how to set up that initial engagement with somebody and make that connection was terrific across the board.
Sure, good. So they really just came right out of those starting gates and opened right up to the suit.
Well, and that they knew something about the person, and they'd done their homework.
Right, yeah,
And
which was
immediately
evident.
made that connection.
Yeah, good, good. Over to you, Mary. Any thoughts?
They made the connection and they tried to flatter Mr. Burns. So
Yes. I think he
was-
takes bribes.
he responded to the flattery.
Yeah, he did. He's a good guy. Yeah, we'll ask him back next year, I think, right? Yeah? We're good to go? All right, and you got all the clicks in, Pat, at this point? I see that the... Okay, no more voting for round one, so do please put down your clickers, because it's time to meet suit number 2. Please welcome Mr. Dwight Schrute, all the way from Scranton. That's right, he's an executive recruiter. He knows virtually every human resource director in your field of interest and is a frequent speaker on career management. You probably remember his keynote speech at last year's job fair on the Champlain campus. Mr. Dwight Schrute, everybody. Thanks for coming back to this. You like this?
I enjoy it.
Yeah, yeah.
Absolutely.
Anything from last year? I know I'm going back a little bit, but from last year that you want to share to the students that are about to come up?
I think people have been saying it. It was an incredibly impressive group last year, and I think this group's even a little stronger.
Yeah.
Notwithstanding the great performances last year. So.
And I know that we have a couple returning, by a show of hands, students returning from the elevator pitch. Just one? Okay, 2. Okay, great. All right. You know how to call them out. Good job.
All right.
I don't want to get biased, especially like I can win twice.
All right, you ready to get in that elevator? All right, jump on in. All right, let's bring up our next, the second group is job and internship seekers. And our first student that's coming up is Brendan Anson Pritchard. International Business Major and graduated in 2011. I just saw you give the look to the judges.
Sizing them up, I guess.
Oh, really? Yeah? Anyone you're going to go after, you think? Huh? Wilmington, Vermont. Isn't that like right in between Bennington and Brattleboro?
It is. The usual reference points I use are Mount Snow and the Massachusetts border.
Yeah, it's a small town, right?
Very small, but in the weekends, just about all of the Midwest or the Mid-Atlantic comes up to.
Up to Mount Snow.
Yes.
Are you a skier?
I'm a snowboarder. Actually.
Snowboarder? Did you ever try skis, traditional skis? Or?
Of course I did. I've been on skis since I was about 4 or 5, since I could walk.
Yeah.
Then I switched over to snowboarding during the bandwagon fad, I guess.
And do you go back and forth, or you're just a boarder now?
I go back for cross-country skiing, but that's about it.
All right, an outdoor enthusiast.
Yeah, I guess so.
All right, what are we pitching here? You're going to be pitching yourself as a candidate for an internship in South America.
I will indeed.
All right, go see what Mr. Schrute has for you in the elevator.
Thanks, Tim.
Good luck.
Excuse me, Mr. Schrute?
That's right.
Brendan Anson, pleasure to meet you.
How are you?
Hey, so I saw your keynote last year at Champlain College, and I really loved the part you said about student interns abroad. And as a matter of fact, I'm a junior international business major at Champlain College, and I'm looking to do my internship abroad in South America this summer.
Fine choice.
Indeed, I just got back from Chile studying abroad, and I witnessed what an amazing country and economy they got down there.
Great. Tell me more.
Well, on the weekends, my friends and I loved the place so much, we headed to the north to the world's largest copper mines, then back down to the south to the salmon farms, and then not to mention a few of those vineyards in the Chilean wine country.
All right.
To say the least, I fell in love with the place and the rest of South America, and that's why I'm looking to go back down.
Sounds like a good idea.
I've just about worked for a year with the Department of Homeland Security, and I'm looking through my contacts from academic directors in Chile, the federal government here, and also other contacts I've established down in Chile. But I'm sure you know, if you want to get the best catch, you got to cast the largest net.
This is true.
So with that being said, I'd love to exchange information, send you my resume, and then hopefully we can set up a time next week to meet and see what we can put together.
I think we can do that. Just see that. That's a fine
All right,
idea.
here.
Yeah. All right.
Well, it's a pleasure running into you, and I can't wait to see you again.
All right. Thank you.
Have a good one.
Good luck.
Man, yeah, you attacked that.
Tried to get
Did
out.
he attack it or what? That was great. I love the way you rattled that off. Good for you. Yeah. So you really want to go down there?
I would love to go down there.
Are you really?
Everything I can.
Are you really tapped into the federal government at this point?
I am. Would you like to sign?
No. Another time.
I usually carry it on me. I don't want to lose it. It's called the FBI.
That's right. Under security clearance, you can't show this to everybody, right?
Oh, I'd like to meet.
All right, let's give it up for Brendan one more time. Good job. He's setting the bar.
He did.
He's setting the bar. All right, our next contestant is Lindsay D'Amici. Marketing major. Marketing major will be graduating this year and coming from Danbury, Connecticut. Yeah. Are you excited for graduation?
I'm very excited for graduation.
Are you? And what do you have lined up at this point?
I don't have anything directly lined up. I've already applied to a couple of jobs, and it's leaving things open.
And you're really interested in event management. So the ideal job for you in the world of event management would be?
Would probably be working in, as of right now anyways, probably working at a winery in their events, doing marketing and events of the medium size.
Okay, and of wineries, is there a geographical area where you see yourself?
I'm definitely leaving my options open, but California and Napa.
Have you been out there before?
I've been to California, but not in that area.
Not to the wine region?
Nope, I'm looking for new experiences, so I'm kind of just doing this.
All right, good. Were you ready to jump in the elevator? I think our time is all set, and you are good to go. Good luck to you.
Mr. Short?
It's me.
Hi.
Hello.
My name is Lindsay Demetri. I'm a marketing major at Champlain College.
Hi, Lindsay.
I saw you speak at the career fair last year.
What'd you think?
I thought it was amazing. I liked how you talked about how events are becoming a bigger part of the marketing plan in a lot of business nowadays.
Absolutely. Branding.
Yes, it's really important to me because that's the field I'm going into when I graduate in May.
Okay.
You talked about, especially about the branding in your speech and how events can really be successful for companies in their branding aspect, really letting the consumers be marketed to without them even realizing what they're being marketed to because they're having so much fun at their events.
That's right. Kind of subtle.
Yes. I've been leading events since I've been 15 years old. The latest one being the semi-formal winter dance at Champlain College, which was a lot of fun. A lot of people came, and you could see on their faces that they were having such a great time, which gave me the feeling of this is an event that I can be proud of.
Good for you.
Thank you. And I'm also interning at Magic Hat Brewery. And,
know that one.
oh yeah. And there I've really seen them be successful with their events through their holding their events and having them really showcase their personality. People are experiencing their brand and their branding. They're really getting a personality, almost connecting as a person with that, which is something that I feel I'm very, very passionate about. After hearing your speech, though, you've had so much experience in the field, and I would love to maybe sometime meet with you and talk more about your experiences and any help you could give me going out to the field.
Sure. Let's do that.
Can I get your business card?
You certainly can.
All right, you as well.
All right.
All right, thank you very much. I'll give you a call early next week.
Thank you. Maybe we'll see you tomorrow.
Yes.
I like the personality that you exude, and like Mary said earlier when we were talking to the judges about doing your homework with some of the judges, and that was apparent just now in how you brought across your pitch. So nice job, Lindsay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. All right, you doing well over there? Good to go? Judges, you're all right? Yeah? All right, we're going to bring up Van Dang. He's an accounting major, graduate. What? Oh, I'm sorry. She is an accounting major, graduating in 2011 from Burlington, Vermont. Here she is. My apologies. How are you?
How are you doing?
Good, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
So you're interested in the accounting internship?
Yes, I am.
Yeah. You think you can take over for the D&D connection over there?
Actually, I took them already.
Oh, you did? That's it? Their last year's news, you're going to be taking over next year, right? No? So you're pitching yourself as a candidate for an accounting internship?
Right.
All right. And you think that Mr. Schrute is the man to talk to?
Yes.
All right, well, let's find out. Good luck to you.
Thank you so much. Excuse me, are you Mr. Schrute?
That's me.
Hi, how lucky I am to meet you here today. You may not remember me. My name is Van Dang. I am an accounting major at Champlain College.
Okay.
Last week you came to my school to speak about your firm.
Yep.
Yeah, and I was so excited about what you said, so I came to visit your website and I noticed that you're taking application for the accounting summer internship.
We are.
That's great because I'm looking for the internship myself. I am a great candidate for your team for two reasons. First, I am very knowledgeable in the current accounting practices. I recently worked for the state of Vermont preparing taxes and for Champlain College and analyzing financial statements. Second reason, I am a hard worker who manages my time really well. I'm going to school full-time, working 2 part-time jobs and maintaining a 4.0 GPA. Thanks. I know you don't have time now, but I would love to email you my resume and we can set up a time for our meeting next week to discuss more about my qualification and interest for this position. Would it be all right for you?
That sounds good.
Great, thank you so much. Here's my contact information so that you can remember me when I call.
Okay, thank you. Why don't you
Thank
take
you.
my-
Thank you so
Jay.
much. So I will call you tomorrow and we can talk more about the time and everything. Thank you
good.
so much. It's
You're
very
quite
nice meeting you here.
Pleasure.
Thank
Good luck
you.
to you.
Thank
All
you.
right.
You worked hard for that card. Don't give it away. What's your GPA?
4.0.
4.0? But you just really, obviously, you really cracked the books then, huh?
Not really.
Now she's bragging. Wow, but a 4.0. No kidding. Good.
Did you know it went over 3, Tim?
What's that?
Did you know it went over 3?
Yeah. I didn't even get that far when I was here. Didn't even get that far when I was here. Well, congratulations to you. Good job, band. Band, everybody.
It changed since 1986. It was like late 90s, didn't all change.
What was yours? Do you remember what your GPA was?
4.0. I know that. That's what it was. What that?
I was going with golf rules and thinking the lowest score wins. All right. Let's find out who we're going to meet next. She is a social work and business major graduating this year. Her name is Alicia Kotler and is one of last year's winners. Come on down here. Good to see you. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. From Westboro, Massachusetts.
Yes, sir.
What's going on down in Westboro?
Not a whole lot.
No?
Westboro it's a small town, but it's getting a little bigger in Worcester County, so we're expanding. We just got a mall.
You just got a
It's an
mall?
outdoor mall, so it's not very big, but
Is there an anchor store? No? What's the high? What's the best store in the new mall?
I don't really go to the mall.
That's all right. Yeah, that's
The
all right.
Bay.
The band. Very nice, isn't it? Probably not.
I'll pretend it is.
Okay, good. Well, you're trying to meet a suit who serves on the board of Amnesty International because you found out you're trying to establish a relationship as Amnesty International is hiring an East African children's advocate for the year 2011, and this is something that's near and dear to your heart, correct?
Yep.
Okay. You just feel that that the kids there lack the privileges that they do up here, and you want to try and push that message along.
Yeah.
All right, you ready to do this thing? Mr. Schrute is waiting just one elevator door away. Good luck.
Thanks. Excuse me, Mr. Shrew.
That's me.
It's a pleasure to meet you. My name is Alicia Kotler. I saw you speak at Champlain College last year. You're on the board of Amnesty International, am I correct? Wow, I really share your passion for helping kids, especially in underdeveloped countries, and I heard that Amnesty International is hiring.
We are.
You're hiring an East African children's advocate, am I correct?
That's correct. That's correct. You've done your homework.
I have, and I just dropped off my resume at their office. It's fancy meeting you in this building. Well, I just wanted to let you know that I share the same passion that you have for helping kids that don't have the same benefits we here in the States have, such privileges like our basic health care or even schooling. I'm going to Africa for my 4th time in May, and I'm starting a school in Tanzania, an all-girls school, and I will be back in 2011. So I just think that the position opening up in 2011 would be perfect for you.
Does sound like a decent fit.
I'd love to get together and talk to you more about Amnesty International, your past endeavors, and just the position in general. Could we meet sometime to talk?
I'd arrange that.
What's the best way I can contact you?
Why don't you try just give them a call over to the office?
I will.
Someone at the front desk can help you out.
Well, this is my business card,
Thank you.
and I'm going to call next Tuesday.
Okay, please do that.
I'll arrange a meeting then. It was great to run into you, Mr.
Pleasure.
Schultz.
Pleasure.
Have a great day.
You as well.
Thank you.
You ran right through that. I like that. I like that a lot. How'd it go for you inside?
Not well.
Yeah? Good for you. You hit a number of different key points. Judges, I don't think I picked on Lisa at all. Lisa, any feedback or thoughts?
Sure, I thought your introduction was excellent. You didn't apologize or anything. You just had lots of confidence in the way you introduced yourself. Very nice.
Thanks.
Obvious why you were one of last year's winners. So good job to you, Alicia. Thank you very much. All right, up next from Wheelock, Vermont, is Jonathan Potter, who is a computer information and technology major here at Champlain College. Jonathan, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. You look like you're having a lot of fun.
I'm having a lot of fun, yeah. Have you been anxious to get up here?
I have actually, and It's a lot of fun. You're up here talking with a bunch of people, interacting with the judges.
Yeah, yeah, that's what we do. Yeah, it's easy. You can take over for me though, right?
I need a little more practice.
Really? It's all on the cue card, man. No, you don't. Is that what you said? All right, well, you're going to be pitching yourself as a flexible and dynamic professional looking for help in getting another awesome internship experience in computer information technology for the upcoming summer. Tell us a little bit about computer information technology.
Well, computer information technology, I like to describe it as it's pretty much the field of everything to do with computers, everything from programming to the networking to the people that just make all of your devices work together, all the way to the people that sit down and plan and make sure all the microphones work, like the lights and the camera. My job is to make sure that all of that works together and I can speak with everybody here. So have a little bit of knowledge in every field available and pick a particular career, and that's what I'm good at.
So it's really important, obviously, with technology to have all of those be able to communicate together.
Oh, it certainly is. I mean, you can't be shy. You've got to be able to interact with everybody, know what you're doing, and always love to learn. So.
All right, Jonathan, I think the elevator has just arrived. Good luck.
Oh, Mr. Shrew. Hi, I'm Jonathan.
Hey, Jonathan.
I'm Jonathan Potter. I'm from Champlain College, currently a student there, majoring in computer information technology. Just actually last week you came and gave a presentation to my school. You were talking about how computer professionals need to be flexible, dynamic, and be able to have leadership skills. You were saying that that was really important, and that's what today's economy was looking for. And well, I went home after listening to that, and I was thinking of my internship I had last summer at Small Dog Electronics. And I tell you what, it was fantastic and awesome. I was lucky enough to be put onto a very important project there. 2 weeks into it, the project manager actually quits. I don't know what happened. But everybody was sort of floundering around. It was really important that this project got done. And I said, hey, I know what I'm doing. I'll do my best. And so I worked with all the professionals there. They actually accepted me. They were like, wow, an intern stepping up to do his best. Well, I'll tell you what, the greatest experience was at the end of the project. It was on time, it was on budget, and best of all, the boss even thanked us. So I'm looking for another awesome internship, and I know you're certainly a professional recruiter, and I'd like to get your ideas if we may exchange business information. Sure. What's the best way to get in contact with you?
Let's try email.
Email?
Yeah,
Well,
phone is kind of crazy.
all right, well, I'll send you my resume, and I'll get in touch then.
Great.
All right.
Thank you.
So how was the experience at Small Dog?
Well, I actually haven't had one there yet, but I imagine.
So it was a planned attempt.
It was a planned attempt.
Yeah, but you're familiar with Small Dog, obviously.
Yes, I know they sell a bunch of products, particularly, I mostly know them for selling Apple products.
And now, are you a Mac user?
I know how to use Macs, I'm not primarily, I'm still PC.
Okay, and you like that because over the Apple base?
I like them both. I think Mac is actually starting to grow. They're now becoming simpler. They switched over. They actually have a lot longer battery life. So if you're a traveling professional like all of you judges here, Mac is the way to go. They get up to like 8 hours.
Nice way to acknowledge the professional judges. Way to go, all right. Let's give it up for Jonathan one more time. Nice job. Had you already passed in your scores in that point? Oh man, all right. I think this is our last one in this category. Emily Rogers, she's a returning competitor from the 2009 ePitch event. She is a game art major and she'll be graduating in 2011 from Ipswich, Massachusetts. How are you? Let's give it up for her. Home of some serious fried clams.
Yeah.
Huh?
Fried clams.
Fried clams?
They freaked me out a little bit.
The fried clams do?
I mean, they were clams, and they're like, squirt on you. I look like
You're going to have fun with kids. All right, so you're going to be pitching yourself as an animator who is interested in the return of traditional 2D animation. Give us an example of traditional 2D animated.
think of your childhood and all the wonderful Disney movies that you watched. Those were all in 2D. This is beautiful art, and I wanted to come back.
Like Aladdin and all of those?
Starting with, the very first, dancing trees, going through to Snow White, up onto Fantasia.
So all the way back we're
Oh,
talking.
yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
All right. And why is that? Why the love for it? Just because I know that your major is game art majors.
Well, once I get in that elevator, you're going to hear about it.
Oh, okay, all right. Well, then let's get you in that elevator. Here she goes. Good luck, Emily.
Oh, I know you. You're Mr. Schrute. Hi. My name is Emily Rogers. I'm a student at Champlain College. I was there when you gave a speech a little while back about the animation industry and how they're trying to bring back the art of 2D animation and how important this is. I was getting so excited during your speech. I don't know if you saw me, I was kind of like jumping up and down in my seat.
Doesn't normally happen when I speak.
Well, let me tell you, 2D animation is my passion in life. I've been doing it since I was a little kid, making flip books. In high school, I won a competition on a national level for an animation that I did. And now at Champlain, I'm in the art and animation program there. And it's something that I really want to do for the rest of my life. Like, this is what I want to do with my life, is animation. And you were talking about how they're looking for people to bring back this art, how they want to get the industry going again. And I think that I can be one of those people. It's what I really want to do. They need people with this kind of passion, and I know that you have some good connections. So I would be very interested in meeting with you. Maybe next week I can give you a call or send you an email. If I could get your information, that'd be great.
Card.
Oh, thank you. And here's my info. Emily with an IE, Rogers with a D.
Okay.
And I look forward to talking to you.
Thanks, Emily.
Thank you.
You heard the bell ring and you knew to switch gears, is that correct? To do your wrap up at that point?
The bell is the exchange card sound.
So you had this already all programmed in.
Well, I did this last year too, and I've been watching a lot of pitches since then.
Good for you. Good for you. So the 2D animation, do you have a dream? If you had a dream movie or project to do you already have that in your mind?
Well, actually, this movie was already made. Salvador Dali and Walt Disney got together and collaborated on animation. I was like, man, you beat me to it. Like, that's what I want to do, just unusual, brilliant animation like that.
Well, good for you. I hope you continue to chase the dream, and good luck to you.
I will.
All right, good to see you, Emily. Mr. Schrute, you did it. You went through 6 of them just like that. How was that? Great. Yeah? Yeah? Thoughts on the 6 students that came up for you?
Just the enthusiasm, the energy, the poise. I'm just incredibly impressed.
Yeah.
Really, they're doing a great job.
Good group of students.
Good group of students.
Yeah, unbelievable. Let's give it up for Dwight Schrute, everybody. All right, we've got the accounting firm busy over there. Judges, thoughts on those 6, Jeff?
I thought several people in this group, I noted 3 specifically asked for a specific date to get back, rather than just saying in general, so I'm calling you Tuesday.
Alicia said, I'm calling you Tuesday. Wasn't it Alicia who did that?
And I think Van did that. And I also thought in this group that the specificity was much better. They were much clearer about the message. I think it was a very good group.
So they're getting really direct on it. They're really direct. Mary, thoughts?
I agree too. And they seemed extremely relaxed in talking to the group. Not, it didn't seem too rehearsed.
Yeah.
So they were very good. They were actually interacting with him, listening to his eyes, looking in his eyes, listening to what he said, making him respond a little bit.
Scott, over to you.
Yeah, I would agree. I thought the pace of their conversations was more real and sincere in terms of the way they introduced themselves and kept the conversation going, and then it got them more engaged, and the elevator person more engaged in the conversation.
Absolutely.
So.
Absolutely. We're going to hear from the other judges, but I need to mention right now, get your clickers out. This is the chance for you to go ahead and click in for your favorite in this category. Apologize for that, Pat, I'm sorry. So go ahead and click in now. We've got a couple of moments for you to go ahead and register those votes from that last category of 6 students. Scott, I didn't mean to cut you off. Did you have anything
Oh, you
else
did,
want to
so
say?
that's okay. Because I can't remember what I said.
Christine, thoughts?
I know I spoke to Eric, I think, earlier at the reception, and I think that the coaching, you could see the coaching in this group, that they really, knew to use their voices. They were very clear and they did a very good job.
A difference
Eric did a
over the
wonderful
first
job
one.
with that.
Eric did?
I think so.
Eric, you're getting applause down here from the judges, so nice job again. Dr. Finney, if I can ask of you, do you have any thoughts or feedback?
I'm in the audience.
Yeah?
Nothing to say.
Nothing to say at all about this? But will you help me give away the door prizes later?
Yeah, I absolutely will.
All right.
I think it's going great. I think it's terrific.
It is a great program. Did you have experiences like this in other colleges that you had? I mean, were there programs like this? So this is something new and specific to...
Champlain original.
It is. And that's part of the BYO Biz program as a result of it? Nicely done. All right. How are we doing on the scores over there?
Now closed.
It's all closed off right now. And the accounting firm, looks like you're resting over there. You doing okay? How's the glare on the head? Is it okay? You cutting it down? Yeah. I can bounce some light over there for you if you want. All right, I think it's time to go ahead and start our third and final category. But in order to do that, we need to meet our next student. She is known as Monier Greenbaum, but tonight she is Miss D. Pockets. How are you? Good to see you. She is a Boston-based angel investor who has a history of identifying promising young entrepreneurs and backing their ventures. So you're loaded. All right. You may have met her last month when she gave a lecture as a part of BYO Biz, Speaking from Experience Series, and she is serious. Look at what she walks around with. Business People magazine. All right, 3rd year back doing this. You always look forward to this.
I do, and this group is truly incredible. I'm so impressed by their polish, their attire, their thoughtfulness in their presentation.
2 thumbs up. That's nice. All right, good. And you organized the reception earlier this evening. So nice job.
Thank you.
All right. Well, let's get you into place inside that elevator, and I'm going to grab my first sheet so that we can find out who our first pitch is going to be coming from. And it is a 2012 graduating student in computer networking and information security. It is Alex Fuchs from Lexington, Massachusetts. Did I say that correct? Yeah, I'm sure it gets mispronounced a couple of
On
ways.
occasion, yeah, now and again.
Yeah. Lexington is the start of the Boston Marathon.
Also the start of the revolution, yeah.
Yeah, great. You had to bring that up. Okay, good. All right, fine. Okay, you're going to be pitching a business that buys back broken and used consumer electronics from customers and then rehabs them for resale.
That's correct, yes.
Are these also known as items that fell off the back of the truck?
No, it falls into a separate category. It's a new emerging market that actually is yet to be explored, so that's what we're going to be talking about tonight.
And when you say different consumer electronics, give a couple in mind.
Your various iPods, cell phones, MP3 players, the stuff we all have kicking around the garage.
Oh yeah, my iPhone's always in the garage. My wife would like it to be in the garage many times. So.
After it falls on the floor.
That's right. All right, well, Alex, you all set?
Absolutely. Let's
All
go
right,
for it.
are you ready over there? In you go. Good luck.
Miss Pockets, how are you? Good. Alex Fuchs. I'm a student over at Champlain College in the BYO Biz program.
Nice to meet you.
Oh, fancy running into you. I was actually looking at your Speaking from Experience speech about a week ago. I was very, very interested in the segment you mentioned about disposal of e-waste in a green fashion. In fact, you might be interested to know I've actually come up with an idea that solves not only the e-waste problem in a green manner, but also makes it quite lucrative.
Very fascinating.
Absolutely. So about a year ago, I started a small company dealing with basically the refurbishment of used consumer electronics, your iPods, cell phones, MP3 players, computers. And after their refurbishment and repair, we've been selling them back to consumers. So it's been a year now. We've actually come up with a couple interesting conclusions.
And what are those conclusions? I'm very interested.
Well, first and foremost, we've discovered that we simply can't keep up with the demand that we've had, which is a rather interesting problem to be experiencing. And second, we're trying to figure out a way to obviously grow that inventory. So the solution we've come up with solves both those issues. In fact, also lets us reach out to our customers in new ways. So what we're doing is we're offering our customers a chance to trade in their old Tronic or gadget. And I'd really love to sit down with you sometime next week and go over this further, because just given your background, it seems like you'd be a great fit to take a look at our business plan.
Absolutely, I'd be happy to do that.
Would you mind if I got in your car?
Sure.
And I'll give you a call sometime next week and we can set up a meeting to go over this.
Sounds great.
Pleasure meeting you.
I think you started this last category off with a bang. Nice event. Yeah, how'd it feel for you?
So far, so good.
Yeah? All right, thank you very much, Alex. Nice. All right. All right, if you travel down to the end of 89 to Lebanon, New Hampshire, you'd run into this young lady. She is a business major. She'll be graduating. She's another one of our freshmen who's competing tonight, who'll be graduating in 2013. Say hello to Molly Mikulonic. Mikulonic. Did I say that correctly? No, Michelonic. Oh yeah, just how they spelled it for me. Just like that, right? Oh no. Say it again. Michelonic?
It's supposed to be an H. It's Michelonic.
Michelonic. It is Polish. Okay. Do you know a lot of Polish jokes? You don't know that? Oh really? Oh, I know some good ones. No, I don't. No, I don't. All right, you're going to be pitching Inspired Life. And Inspired Life is about helping people find a passion for the outdoors, paired with nutritional food that people like, as well as a successful weight loss program.
Yeah.
All right, I think the elevator is all set. Are you ready to go?
I'm ready.
All right, good luck, Molly.
Thank you. Excuse me, are you Miss Pockets?
Yes,
Oh, it's so nice to meet you. I'm Molly Michelonic.
hi, Molly.
Yeah, I'm a student at Champlain and an entrepreneur, and a huge fan of yours. I've read all your books on outdoor recreation. And I don't know if this is too personal, but I was reading your tweets the other night. I noticed you're trying to get your husband to lose some weight.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah. Well, I'm finding a lot of people are in the same boat. So I started this business called Inspired Life. And basically what we're trying to do is help people find a passion for the outdoors, whether it's rock climbing, hiking, swimming, or maybe something they haven't even discovered yet. We're pairing that with nutritional foods that people actually want to eat, so it's not a diet, it's a lifestyle, and people are really sticking to it. We actually just finished piloting the program at Champlain. We had students and their parents do it together, and in a word, it was really successful. Yeah. Now we're looking to expand. I know you're an angel investor, and we could really use some funding. If this is something that sounds interesting to you, I'd love to email you my business plan.
Absolutely.
Great.
Sounds very interesting.
Could I get your card?
Sure.
Thank you so much. Here's mine. And how about I'll give you a call next week, and I'd love to answer any questions you may have and hear your feedback.
Sounds like a plan.
All right. Well, it was really nice running into you. Thank you so much.
Nice meeting you.
All right. Have a good afternoon.
I love the humor in it. Did it feel good?
It threw me off a little bit because everyone started laughing.
Well, Eric does a lot of theater. Didn't he tell you to brace for pauses after laughter?
Yeah.
Did he? Well, it worked out great for you. I think you did a super job.
Thank you.
Way to go, Molly. All right, up next is Aaron Millay. He's from the Northeast Kingdom, from Newark, Vermont. He's an electronic game programming major, graduating in 2012. Good to see you.
Nice to see you.
How are you?
Pretty good.
How are things in the Northeast Kingdom?
Oh, it's a lot snowier there than here.
Yeah, it is.
I went back there for the weekend and it was like, it doesn't even compare. But yeah, I was actually thinking of bringing my town. It's a tiny place.
It is
less
tiny.
than 500 people, one paved road. It's great. But somehow I got into the computer industry.
I was going to bring that up because I'm from the Northeast Kingdom,
Yes.
and you coming from a very small town. I know where Newark is, and it is a tiny little town. So it is interesting. You're a major. How did that happen?
Well, I don't really know. I guess some family got me interested in video games when I was very young, and then that just carried on all throughout my life, throughout high school. And I always liked video games, and once I got access to the internet, despite if it was really slow, like 38K dial. I managed to research things and figure out what I wanted to do, I guess. And then I did a program over the summer at Champlain College, and I liked it very much. And so now I'm here.
And so video games is kind of leading you into the pitch that you're going for. It's actually called Training Games. And it's a project for a new branch of a company called Training Games, which will be making games and simulators for people in highly skilled adult career fields. It's a new and exciting area of business, which fits into the great digital age and should return a high profit. But you need some investors to help get this thing up.
Yep.
All right. I think the lady in the elevator's got a lot of money. She's an angel investor. All right, why don't you go see. Good luck.
Thank you. Oh, hello. Are you Miss Pockets?
Yes, I am.
I'm Aaron Millay. We met briefly at the Convention for Emergent Media a few weeks ago at the investors table. I work for a company called Training Games. In the past, they've primarily made educational games for young students. However, and I know I'm young, but I'm the project lead for a new branch of the company. In the past, I've worked on simulators for the military and also crisis simulations. And this new branch of the company is going to be making advanced programs and simulators for people in highly skilled career fields like doctors, firefighters, policemen, crimes investigators, even people like bankers, architects, and stockbrokers. Now, this new product is supposed to provide advanced training, but at a low cost, low waste of man hours and resources because people don't have to do the training themselves, and also give high benefits. And this is a completely untapped market industry, and it's a great opportunity to make a lot of money. We think people are really going to be interested in this. The great thing is, everything's going digital nowadays, as you probably know, and this can be completely digitally marketed, distributed, and updated. So, we'd love to have an investor of your caliber on board. I know you invest in some projects like ours. And so I'd love to meet with you and discuss this opportunity further. If I could have your card so I can give you a call. I'll give you my information. It's got everything you need to know about me on it. You can contact me if you have any questions. And now, remember, not only will this product hopefully have a high return, but it's going to be helping society by preparing these people for these important jobs. And that's something we can all invest in. It's nice to see you.
I like the closing statement. Yeah, we wrap it right back around and kind of hit it right from the heart.
Exactly.
I thought that was good.
If people want it.
Yeah.
If you want to invest in it.
Yeah, you feel good about it?
I think it went about as well as we expected.
I think you did a great job. What do you folks think?
Yeah.
All right, you doing all right over there? How are our judges feeling?
Great.
Passing down the scores. Thoughts as we've just made the halfway point of this final category? Judges, I open it up to you.
It's nice to see somebody talk about making money.
All right, well, let's see if our next contestant can talk about making some money. Her name is Caitlin. Oh, I'm sorry. I almost skipped David. I almost skipped David. Caitlin, I'm sorry. You're on deck right now, all right? David Muse Jr., he's going to be graduating 2013 from the Criminal Justice Major program here from Hollis, New Hampshire. David, welcome. A nice firm handshake out there.
Thank you.
That's good. Criminal Justice Major.
Yep.
How's that going?
It's very enjoyable.
You're even standing like a police officer.
Yeah.
Just comes
Just worked around a lot of cops at home and whatnot, and had a lot of exposure to my field, and just really enjoy it and love it, and hopefully I'll get up in federal law enforcement someday.
So you would, so you do that at home, like around town? You're involved in the police enforcement?
Yep.
I was, but not in such a good way. I'm still not allowed to go back to some places. But what would, like some of the experiences? Give me an example of one.
Oh geez, I've seen everything. I've been involved in high-speed police chases in the front of the cruiser. From, I don't know, littering and everything in between. So I've really seen a lot of neat things, and hopefully we'll get up there and see a lot more neat
And
things.
this is the career for you?
Yes, sir.
Good for you, good for you. Wine and dye productions.
Yep.
Is this a real production?
Yes, it is. It was developed by BYO Biz. This year I've had a lot of exposure to the event management industry back home, and hosted 2 different charity events that were murder mystery dinners and back home, and they yielded a lot of profit. So I said, why not bring something like that up to Burlington? And so far I've got 3 bookings in the next couple of months, so.
Good for you.
So.
Good for you. I bring that up because that's one of the things that I do. I have an entertainment company and a production company, and I do murder mysteries as one of the things, and I would love to talk to you later about it. I've been all right, thank you very much. We don't need this portion anymore. So anyways, what I was saying is that, no, and I've been doing it for 16 years, and we're actually looking for some new help and some new ideas, so I will most definitely.
Excellent, thank you.
But in the meantime.
Tim, it's all about you.
Your elevator is waiting for you. Good luck.
Hi, Ms. Deep Pockets.
Yes.
Hi, my name is Dave Muse. I'm a Champlain College student and entrepreneur. I saw your lecture last week on campus and really got a lot from what you had said about giving back to your communities. And I learned that you were on the charity board, the planning board for the Red Cross. And as an angel investor, you must get a lot of pitches from young people like me looking for investments. I'd like to pitch you, but not for an investment. I would like to provide the next entertainment services at your next charity event for the Red Cross coming up, I think July, is it?
That's correct.
Well, have you ever wondered what it'd be like to solve a murder?
That's a fascinating idea.
Yeah. Well, most people think so too. And my company, Wine and Dye Productions, provides a service for a charity event like yours where we bring in actors and actresses who perform this interactive murder mystery theater. Really turns your guests into detectives and gets them interviewing and interrogating different suspects, and it's an all-around great time. And I mean, somebody like you who's planned a lot of events knows the key to having a great event is getting your guests involved and having a great time. So if you have time, maybe we could set up an appointment next week. I'd like to come in and show you a video of my last performance.
Sure, that would be fine. Why don't you contact my office?
Excellent. Thank you very much. It was a pleasure meeting you.
Nice meeting you too, David.
Thank you.
Nice clear voice.
I tried.
Yeah, I mean, you were really projecting. I have my back or you have your back to me, and I could just really hear you bouncing off the wall. So good job. Go good?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. All right, it's up to the judges at this
Yeah.
point, right?
Yeah.
David, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Finally, I get to meet this next contestant. I've talked about her all night long. She is a hotel restaurant major. That's what I was. She's going to be graduating this year from Rochester, New Hampshire. Ladies and gentlemen, Caitlin Pascucci. How's the program been for you?
Great.
Yeah? Tell me about a fun experience that you had during your schooling here.
Well, we go on 2 trips. So for one trip, we went for the whole major went for a weekend to New York City, which was really awesome. And then we also did a weekend where we went to Canada and toured a bunch of restaurants and hotels and went out. So it was really great.
Wow. You can tell the major has changed a lot because when I went here, we toured the Milton Diner up in so just a little bit of a change. Was it fun going into the big cities and kind of experiencing and looking at it from an educated eye now, from the experience that you've received here?
Yeah, for sure.
And
It's still critical when I go out to restaurants.
Are you?
That's not on the right side.
And restaurants is where you're really focusing.
Hotels, mainly.
Oh, in hotels or hotel
Yeah.
restaurants?
Or mainly hotels, although I'm pitching a restaurant, those are great too. So.
Well, let's talk about what you're pitching. Regal Foods Restaurant, a unique concept for restaurants that offer menu options focused on regionalized foods. All right, you ready to do this? All right, off you go. Good luck.
Oh, Miss Pockets?
Yes.
Hi.
Hi.
My name's Caitlin Pascucci. You don't actually know me. I follow your travel blog, and your latest post about hellacious French fries in Detroit was hilarious.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
I went out on vacation this summer, and I actually had a similar experience. I went into a restaurant, and I ordered a salad, and it was about the worst salad you could imagine. Shriveled lettuce and a couple of olive slices, that was it. So it's when I got thinking about this new idea called real food restaurants. Instead of having just regular restaurants, you would have regionalized menus. So if you're in New Orleans, your restaurant would be focused around jambalaya and New Orleans style food. If you're in Maine, you might get clam chowder and more of that Maine New England feel. As a result, everything could come from local farmers, so the local agriculture would be supported as well. I was also thinking that this would be a really good just brand idea. So as a customer, when you see the Real Foods name, you wouldn't know necessarily what you would be getting, but you know that it would have a unique menu, unique atmosphere, where you're going to get great food, good service, quality, and everything to have a cool vibe to it. I would like to exchange business cards with you. I know you have a lot of experience in the hospitality industry, especially when it comes to restaurants. I remember you set up a meeting, go out to some lunch sometime.
Sure. Yeah.
Thanks. I'll give you a call in the next few days.
Sounds good.
Nice meeting
Nice
you.
meeting you.
She wants nothing more to do with me, that's it, she's out of here. She ran away. Well, nice job, Caitlin. Good for you. And hotels is really the focus of what you're looking for.
Sorry, what?
Hotels?
Yeah, in the long run, but I don't ever want to really work in a restaurant again, but
Are you changing majors right now?
no, I've already done that.
Okay. All right, well, thank you very much. I can't believe we're down to the final one. This has really gone fast tonight. All right. Our final pitch is going to be coming from Rock Vital. He is majoring in the international business major. We'll be graduating. He's our last freshman, our last contestant who's coming up tonight. And he hails from Philadelphia. Come on down, Rock.
It's actually pronounced Vitalik.
Vitalik? Sorry about that. How are you?
Fantastic.
Good to meet you. A freshman.
Yeah.
Yeah? What do you think of the Champlain experience so far? Coming from a big city like Philadelphia.
It's different.
Yeah? In what way?
A lot of fun people.
Yeah?
A lot of fun people, yeah.
What dorm you live in?
South House.
South House. Where's that one? South.
It's between the corner of South Wood and Gay.
Okay. Yeah? And you like it? Got a good group of dorm mates?
It's good, but I think it might be haunted.
South House is haunted? Really? Why? What happened?
There's been some paranormal activity. I don't think it's
You want to like try and register some of this stuff, or is it kind of freak you out?
I tend to just not try to establish contact. It's like using a chainsaw when you don't know how to.
Really? Wow. So this has really like spooked you in a number of ways.
I mean, I'd like to think I have a heightened sense of awareness.
Yeah.
So I try to just not. I try to ignore it.
Do you think that you're dialed in and that you can communicate with this?
I really hope not.
Yeah? Do any of the other dorm mates think that it's haunted, or is this just you?
I mean, I wish they had just not seen anything, but people experience things.
Yeah. And I thought this was a dry campus. Okay. You're going to be pitching an organization that you've created that will advise the individual investor so that a well-informed investment at an affordable level can finally be possible. You all set to do this?
I'm ready.
All right, Rock, get on in there.
Miss Pockets. Hi, you probably don't remember me. My name's Rock Vitale. We met a couple months ago after your lecture at Champlain.
Oh, yes.
You know, I already told you this, but I really liked what you had to say. I especially like the point you made about how ignorance is not bliss. You know, you're right. People just make these decisions with such a lack of information, and then they wonder why these bad things keep happening to them. I personally feel that issue could be completely avoided if one took the proper steps, which is why I've come up with this idea. It starts with my uncle. He's with a group of independent investment analysts on Wall Street, but they mainly distribute their information to the big institutional clients. You know, that got me thinking, why should they be the only ones with the access? What about everybody else? Because of this, with the help of my uncle, we've developed a system which will use my web and social networking skills to distribute this information to our brand new market, the individual investor. We just finalized our business plan, and we plan on taking some really serious action within the next month. And if you're interested, I'd love to sit down with you and talk to you more in depth about this.
Sure, that would be fine.
All right, well, let's exchange information. I'll call and set up a meeting next week. Do you prefer the office phone?
That would be great.
All right, you know what? I'll send you an email of our business draft so, you know, we can just start at like the same place and I can clear up any questions you may have.
Sounds like a plan.
I look forward to working with you. I'll see you next week. This is my floor. Bye.
I like that that final one about how he was going to email out that plan so that you could be more familiar with that. Yeah, that's a good sell. That's a good sell. What'd you think of the 6? Yeah?
Last year was great. This is better.
It does seem to continue to get better year by year. I really do think so. Well, thank you very much. As did you. Thank you very much. Good to see you. Well, near came down, everybody. Thank you to our 3 suits. We're going to ask you to go ahead and click in, grab those clickers right now. You've got the numbers that are right next to the program on that final category that we just went through. Vote now, says Vanna over there. So please go ahead and take the next couple of moments to vote in for your favorite. Judges, that's it. So you've already passed in the final sheets?
We're done.
You're done? We're done. Debbie, what do you think?
Oh, this was such a fun thing to be part of, and I just was so impressed with people's confidence and their body language that just exuded confidence. There wasn't any defensiveness or, yeah, no, just really exciting to see the caliber of Champlain students.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All the way down to the end, Lisa?
You know, I agree. I especially liked listening to the folks that had ideas and to really hear them be so articulate about their dreams or their ideas. I thought it was very interesting, and they did a great job.
It's fun when you have that dream. It kind of empowers you that much more anyways to really give it that extra push. Anything that came out of all the students that were up here, anything that really sticks in your mind?
Well, as I said earlier, I think if when you're first making your first impression to people, just do not apologize or let them know that you think that they may not know you. Right. Just introduce yourself and start talking about your idea. No need to apologize or say, I think you might not remember me. Just introduce yourself and have confidence. And a lot of the folks did do that. It was great to see that.
Get right into it and state your business.
Exactly.
In other words. Mary?
I guess I would have one suggestion, having had a lot of people come to me over the years, which is a little bit more respect for the person in the elevator's time, so that they know exactly, they don't really have too much time to just chat with you about your dreams. If you could narrow in a little bit on what you can do to make their life better, and say, I'll help you earn money, or I will help you, I'll volunteer for 4 hours free, or for 3 months free, or something that's a win for them.
So really open it up to that suit right from the get-go and say, here's what I can do for you, right. In other words.
Right.
Okay.
A real benefit to them rather than a benefit to me, the interviewee.
Okay, that's good advice. Christine, over to you.
I guess I thought that kind of the opposite side of that, the ask wasn't as clear as it could be. When someone's going to ask me for something, I like them to ask me, and I like to have an exact definition of what it is they want. You know, because I can be very clear then, yes, I can help you, or no, I can't.
Right. And you can either take it on or clear it off of your plate and move on. Or help them and say, you need to be talking to this person instead.
Just let's talk, kind of.
Right. Okay, all right, thank you. Over to the gentleman, Jeff.
Yeah, kind of following up on that, I think trying to get a hook in, they can, that person's going to remember. And I think that for everyone, persistence is going to pay off. It may take more than 1 call, it may take more than 3. If you're going to make your dream, you're going to have to be persistent and be willing to do that. So, but I really was, I thought it was an impressive group. And I wish them all well.
Good. Jeff, any of all those that came up here and you talked about that opening statement and things like that, is there anything that really stuck out in your mind as far as what one individual or a couple of individuals did or said?
I think in different ways. There were several people who I thought did a very good job in greeting and got the person's attention and hooked in. And then later on, as I mentioned earlier, you want to leave something in that person's mind. So when you call back in, whether you're going to get handoff to a staff person, the person remembers you. So if you combine those two things, you're probably going to have a lot of success in life.
Thanks, Jeff. Scott, over to you.
Yeah, and I saw a couple in this last group that made it very personal. You know, they made it, and I think doing business with people does become very personal. They made a very compliment to the person about something they had done and said, and made that quick connection, and I think that engages the person. Then you're not necessarily talking at them, you're talking with them. If you went up there and just were rifling it out and talking at, as opposed to getting a person engaged, making it a personal, getting the head nod and that kind of thing. So, but I saw if you take the risk of putting humor in there, you'll be careful with that. Sometimes it works, but it's a little risky doing that. But I'd like to see, putting a little fun element to it. Again, that makes it personal and makes you stand out a little bit. But man, I just, they've outjudged us.
Yeah, it's tough, huh? Debbie, you had
I
something
just
else?
wanted to add to that in terms of the engagement, that several people asked questions. So it wasn't just a one-sided conversation. And that in terms of engagement, I thought that really worked.
It really brought in that whole engagement process.
Yeah, and in terms of people remembering.
Questions help.
Yeah, questions are good.
Good, thank you. Our clicking is all done. They're tabulating, they're going to go over there. I'd like to thank our panel of judges. And I think they did a good job. We're going to find out the results in just a couple of minutes, but I do want to ask Dr. Finney to join me up on the stage again, because we have some door prizes to give away. Eric, your thoughts? Eric, your thoughts on the students?
Oh, I thought they did great.
Yeah?
In the past few years, there were students who clutch, who stumbled, or, that nightmare of public speaking. And none of you did that. So just pat yourself on the back for that.
Yeah. We have some products from Image 3. Is Russell here? Does Russell still go here? He's a senior this year, is that correct? He graduated. Oh, he did graduate, okay. Because he's always provided the t-shirts for this, is that correct?
Provided us a lot of t-shirts.
He's a great guy. And there's a new design. Alex Brandstetter, who runs the Slam for Sedan, just showed this to me the other day. It's one of the, I think, 4 designs for the Slam for Sudan, which takes place, oh my gosh, when is it? In March? I think it's coming up in March. I'll have to find it. I MC it, and it's done at Memorial Auditorium, and it's a great cause. It's with area high school students who come in and they do a slam dunk contest. But Pat is showing off some of the designs from Image 3, and these are our door prizes. And how are we giving these away, Pat?
Numbers out of the bucket.
All right. We ready to do this? I'm ready.
Okay.
Get your tickets ready.
722-679.
Come on down. Just keep going. All right. I'll read just the last 3 numbers. 719. 719. Last 3 numbers. Come on down if you hear your ticket. Is that you? Get on down here. You just won something. The long walk, huh? I think Pat's got it for you.
Okay, last 3 numbers, 712, 712.
Maybe that's yours. Check your number. It's not yours? All right. 736. 736, if you've got those last 3 numbers, come on down. 736 is what we're looking for. We'll just keep rattling them off then. I think you have quite a few that we're giving away, right?
676.
And look at this, 675. 675? At this point, you can just come down if you hear a number. 713. 713.
Close enough.
714.
Wow. Are these from a different event?
Maybe you should have scrolled in the audience.
670. 670. There you go.
Just throw them up there.
You got another number over there?
I do.
705.
I don't think you've had anyone yet.
I
Have
had a
you?
couple.
Have you? 730. 730.
698. Going once.
723. 723.
715. 715. Is that a win?
Okay. One final one. I got one final one. 722. 722. No? Okay, we've got a few more shirts, and Pat's got an idea of how we're going to give those away, but we're going to get to the presentations right now. We're going to keep you up here, though.
Okay.
What'd you think of the evening? It was great. Yeah, it really was. I'm sure it makes you proud of the students and of the faculty. Yeah. And the judges. Absolutely. Except for Scott. Yeah.
Back at you.
Yeah. Speaking of Scott, I think we should bring him up here. Okay. Scott Carpenter, come on up. Thank you so much for being here and for all that you do with KeyBank for Champlain College and specifically for this program.
It's fun. It's
Yeah?
a great thing to do. It's fun.
Yeah. We're going to give away some money, some of your money. All right. You ready to do that? Bring the checkbook? All right. Do we have the results?
I think you're,
Are the results? Oh, here they come. All right. If we can have the accounting firm bring the results over right now. Well, thank you very much. I got my Valentine. Look at that. All right, so here's how we're going to do this. Wow. Wow, huh? So the first one.
Bring the accountants over here to help us.
How the heck did you guys do this? All right, Pat, I just want to make sure. Okay, there we go. I got it. We got it. We got it. We're going to go from, you want to do third place or you want to do audience first? We're going to go with audience first. Audience choice in the category of nonprofit and social advocate. The audience favorite for lunch for two in the boardroom goes to David Gormley. David, come on.
Congratulations. Thank you.
Nice job, David.
Thank you.
Nice job, David. Congratulations. Third place winner of $100 goes to Justine Regal. Congratulations. Nice job. Second place winner of $300, David Gormley. There you go, buddy. And first place, winner of $500, first place by 1 point. By 1 point. Jenna Londinsky. Congratulations. Nice job. Way to go. All right, in our next category, job and internship seekers, we're going to go with the audience favorite. Again, lunch for two in the boardroom, and that goes to Brendan Anson Pritchard. Brendan's an international business major, going to be graduating in 2011. Nice job. Yeah, good job. Yeah, why don't you stay here for a second? Winner of third place of $100, Brendan Anson Pritchard. Second place, the winner of $300, who is a social work and business major, Alicia Kotler. Congratulations. Nice job. And first place in the category of job and internship seeker, a 2011 accounting major, Van Dam. Congratulations. Good job. We have a tie. We have a tie in the final category.
Do you need more money?
Yeah. Luckily, this is for the audience choice, so you're in the clear.
We don't allow for this in our certificate.
For the audience favorite, again, this is lunch for two. The tie goes to David Muse and Molly Michael. I forget the last name. Molly, come on down. Molly, way to go. Congratulations. Sorry about the last name. Okay, David, congratulations.
Good for something.
All right, in the entrepreneur category, third place. Now that she's just found her seat again, it's time to bring Molly right back down.
That's great, Molly.
Way to go. Congratulations. And second place in the category of entrepreneur, an e-game programming major graduating in 2012, Erin Millay. And before we announce our final winner, because this will close out the evening, I just want to thank the judges once again. Thank Scott Carpenter, thank Robert Block, the suits, and everyone involved, and thank you, the audience, for being here and cheering on all of our contestants. And of course, a big round of applause for everyone who competed here today. All right, here we go. First place, winner of $500 in the category of entrepreneur, the criminal justice major of 2013, David Jones. Wine and die, baby. All right, sounds good. All right, folks, thank you all very much. Have a great evening.